Let me open it up for questions or comments. Paula?
I'll ask first, because poor Matt's
I
just
got-
shocked over
I
here.
got
at the-
a lot
at
of
the-
questions.
At the cost of the whole thing.
I have a lot of questions.
So, my question is, in terms of option 3, which you said, the renovation project, option 3 that you said seemed to be the most well-liked, how long does a project like that take? Because you've got the phasing and everything else like that.
About 30 months. I'm talking construction.
Right.
In other words, 2 summers, I'm sorry, 3 summers and 2 interim. You would start at the end of the school year,
Yeah.
and you'd finish, you'd go through that entire school, the next school year, the next summer, the school year after that, and finish by the end of the summer after that. Because there's a lot of a rerouting of students and finishing an area to get classrooms there while you're renovating over here. Renovation projects are always, large renovation projects are always difficult in terms of time. Compare that with building a new building, that's
was
in
my
the
next
neighborhood of
question.
24 months.
So to build the new one attached to the field house, you think?
About 24
24
months,
months.
22, 24 months.
Okay.
It's
and then-
definitely a shorter, because there's you just
Right.
seal
So
off
it
that
could be the
area,
whole
come
thing.
with come up with a way of routing the traffic through the site, and go and build. And then, when
Although
it's over, you knock down. I'm talking about 24 months to get into the new building. There might be an additional time to finish the fields. But again.
Right, that was my question about
Yes.
the building itself. And can you talk a little bit, too, about the impact on students when you phase a project like that?
Well, it actually, my experience is that students don't suffer much. I mean, a lot of things happen. There's some things that are not very pleasant, but it's more of an adventure to students. Students will adapt to anything. Parents and, to some extent, teachers find it more disruptive. When we do a project, we have pretty strict air quality standards that have to be maintained at all times, so it's not really a question of dirt. But the inconvenience really is one of some teachers may have to teach 1 week in this classroom and then move for a couple weeks, and that sort of thing, and following a new path. Kids learn it in a day or two, but it is something you have to put up with.
Okay, thanks.
Cora?
Mike, thank you. Design option 3, refresh my memory, what would the traffic pattern look like going in and out of the school once this would be completed if we went that? Would the existing traffic flow remain, or was there a reconfiguration of the parking lots and the buses, et cetera?
No, we were just looking to separate parent drop-off, make a more comfortable parent drop-off, but essentially, site circulation would remain the same. We were looking to add parking, and again, resolve the parent versus bus drop-off conflict inherent in this site.
Thank you.
Well, let's go to go. And then
One of the reasons, by the way, that the new
Time to go.
building is, let's say, $5 million more expensive is because you have to redo the fields. There's a large site number.
Roberta?
Do you have a figure in design option 3 that does not include the auditorium? How would that affect the 93 to 97 million? If you did everything but rough, if you have that, and if you don't, it's okay.
I don't, but I can come up with it in short order. I know it's 26,000 square feet.
Yep.
I've estimated new construction right now at about 275. If someone has a calculator,
26
But,
times 270.
what is that, about 7 million, something like that? 26,000 times 275?
$715,000.
Okay.
No.
No, it's going to be
7 million.
They added
7 million, that's more like it.
Too small for me.
This thing is.
So roughly 7 million.
If you could-
Okay.
We could only do that with the whole project.
Thank you. That was
Matt,
my
have you
question.
gotten your oxygen?
No.
All right, you want Ed to go?
No, I'll go. I
Okay.
have no problem going. No, that's fine. Couple of questions. You talked about replacing the fields first. You said 5 million. We have synthetic fields. Is that to put synthetic fields in or grass fields?
No, you
'Cause-
synthetic, I put a number in there that would cover,
Synthetic fields.
not all, you don't even 100% of synthetic fields, do you?
No.
How many are
No,
synthetic
actually,
right
the
now?
area that blueprint, that footprint would go on would be the grass fields.
Right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be on the turf.
But
Okay, so that's what grass,
actually,
not synthetic.
Not the turf, yeah.
there's a lot that would have to be decided. If you could certainly put one or two, maybe perhaps one baseball field and one softball field synthetic in that number. That's why,
That's fine. I mean, people sitting at home would really start to, are really thinking, if they're thinking pulling up synthetic fields that we just put in, I want to make that clarification so that.
oh,
people
no,
at home would
we're
know.
on the, we haven't gone on the athletic field, the track.
I understand that, I just wanted to make that clarification. The other question I had was, none of your design options on the remodel or the renovation use the center of the building over the library and the cafeteria. And I was wondering if that would not support a second floor, or,
Yeah, well, you would have to build it. They
Yeah.
all, I didn't show in this presentation our plan for connecting on the second floor, but all of these options would connect the second floor. That's a very important part of the renovation of the school, because there's so much wasted time and traffic generated by having to go down, go across, and go back up. Just for brevity, I didn't show it in here, but it is in the final report. You can see those plans.
okay.
But it's not simply just building on the roof. And that's what makes some of these things kind of expensive, too. You have to, because when the building was built, it was prior to seismic codes. You cannot put additional weight on a building without upgrading it seismically. And, of course, the structure that's up there already is not for supporting a floor, it's for supporting a roof. So essentially, even to build the connectors that we're talking about, we're cutting out, slicing out those pieces of structure and building new structure in those places.
Thank you.